everybody.
What's up, family? How y'all doing?
We hope that you enjoyed the ceremony today.
Everybody's asking me how you feeling. There's 6 more days left, and the countdown's been on. July has moved quickly, towards us. So the month of June went by in a flash. I feel very good. I feel like winning the sweepstakes right now.
I feel good too. I'm very excited about, everything that's going on and just how far we came and what we have, just testimonies that have even coming out of our relationship. And we wanted to be able to share just a little bit about our love story.
The twins had gone to She Matters, and you had a class, from what I understand.
I think we had like a breakout session with the girls, and everybody can go to these different tables, and they were at my table. I was, representing fashion, and they had came to the table, and during that time, it was camp season, so they had got the camp flyer.
Jewel was 100% sold on Danielle, the program, Girls Glam. So she came home like, well, look, I know where I have to go to camp. I know where I need to go to camp. And I'm like, well, I already had a specific camp. We were already about to pay for camp. And it was like it was already summer, I think. So
like maybe a few weeks before the camp started.
Okay, so I was already lining them up to attend the camp. So she kept asking me like, did you check it out yet? Have you called? Have you called the number? I think I called one time, and maybe me and Danielle were playing phone tag. But I know I got a message eventually. She probably left the message.
No, we talked. We did get a chance to talk on the phone, but then you said to call you back at some certain time. I don't know. But when I called back, I got your voicemail, so I just left the orientation information on your voicemail. When
I heard the voicemail and also talking with her, I said, well, she has a beautiful speaking voice. I mean, it was like something special. So I'm thinking like, well, if her voice is this beautiful, it's probably like a good personality type of situation. I really wasn't thinking too much about it. But we ended up making it to orientation. And
wait, but speaking of voices, I don't know if it's as beautiful right now because I don't have a voice because I'm coming up off of the Bachelorette
party weekend.
That was amazing. 3 days worth of a lot of fun. So definitely shout out to all of the bride squad and everybody that was able to support this weekend because it was epic. It really was. I don't have a voice, but we pushing through.
We're glad you made it.
Yeah.
Glad you made it.
So we got to the orientation.
Yeah, the orientation kicked off, and it was real professional. It was on St. Paul Street. It was a whole different type of setup, though. I'm initially looking like I don't even know how this is gonna work, like as a camp. But getting to the orientation, it's a conference room set up, and the presentation. Just the introduction to all of the staff and the program and everything. That was good, and it was something different. I'd never been to a camp with this style of orientation. They took the kids upstairs and they made some arts and crafts. But she ended up coming out and doing her whole presentation. And as soon as I seen her, I was definitely interested. The voice matched the woman. So from there, once everything was finished, Jade and Jewel came down from making the little craft. I think it was like a purse made of tape or something like that.
Yeah, duct tape wireless, I think.
And the whole time Jade was saying, well, I don't want to go to this camp. I don't want to do this. This is not for me. And so I was just like negotiating with her, like, listen, you got to give me at least a week. I need a week just to see, feel it out, to see if this is something that you might want to do. And if it's not right for you after that week, then we'll do something different. But once she started the program, they both loved it. Jordan went. That's when, they met Brasela first. I was trying to get to know Danielle in those first few weeks.
So what happened was, the story did kind of go like that. But what happened was, to get to know you in the first few weeks, they were late to camp every day. Every day they were late. Every day we knew they was coming in after 9 o'clock.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah.
So as camp was starting, it was one day then he would be almost late picking them up too, but some days he would get there a little later where you're supposed to pay a late fee and stuff. But anyway,
we started the after school program. My lateness created you offering before and after care.
Kinda. So what happened was, when he would come in, I was like, is this guy checking me out? Like, what is going on? So my confirmation was, because at the studio in St. Paul, it was like, mirrors going down the wall. So I looked in the mirror and I saw him really looking at me. I'm like, oh my goodness, like, this dude is really checking me out. And that's when I felt like, all right, so all this little extra stuff he be saying and all that, he must be serious about it, because he really checking me out. And so then, camp is 7 weeks, so probably about week 4, maybe week 5, he would say more stuff. Jordan ended up inviting me to a cookout, and he's like, oh yeah, come to the cookout and all this, and I'm just like, what? Like, we haven't even had a conversation on the phone before. So then from there, he wanted my opinion on his gospel rap that he did at our church at SCCF one day. He asked me to go on his YouTube page and kind of check it out and let him know what I thought. So that was I guess that was the initial pick me up line. Because of course from there, I gotta go. After camp the next day, I was like, hey, I gotta, I didn't get a chance to say it, or I'm gonna look at it today, something. But whenever we talked about it, it turned into a conversation of 4 or 5 hours on the phone. Listen, out of those 4 or 5 hours, 3 hours we did nothing but laugh.
We laughed
on the phone. I mean, it was like we were at a comedy show. It seemed like everything we were saying to each other was funny. Like, we were in tears. Like, we were so loud. It was we just kept laughing. It was such a sense of humor that it's one thing you get to know somebody, you're on the phone with them for hours, but to laugh non-stop, hours at a time.
Yeah. That was the start. That was the beginning.
That was definitely the beginning of it.
You like my video.
Right, I did like the video.
Like my music.
I did. We had started talking on the phone a little bit. And maybe we're on week 5 now, probably in camp. So it was only a couple weeks left. So he had started. It's a whole different angle when you look at. He was basically, it was about to be our first date. So then he was like, what you doing? You want to come over? You want to come over here? You can come over here. And I was like, what? I was like, what? Come over where? He's like, you can come through here. You can come through my house. I was like, nah. Even though, the kids at the camp, I got all your information, all that stuff. I'm like, nah, I'm not coming over there. So then, guess what he said? He was like, well, then I'll come over your house. Well, let me come over your house. I was like, no, we not. You not.
I really didn't see. I was just trying to make it easy.
The first date, he was like, look, come over here. You could, or just come through, or I'll come over your house. And I'm like, no, we got, we could date on the phone a little bit, and And then go from there. Then it turned into
No, then it was like, no, you can take me out. And so then I'm like, all right, that was cool. So we went out, we shot pool. I think I let you win.
Come on, we not doing that. We not doing that.
You get the ball?
Listen, we not doing that. You didn't let me win.
Did you win?
I did win some games.
Oh, okay.
You won too, but you didn't let me win.
No, you got that.
So then after that was our first date was actually at the pool hall, you know. And then from there it was just like kind of like you trying to still get over still come over. He offered to wash my hair for me one day. I was like, I gotta wash my hair. My hair's so dirty. He's like, I'll come over and wash your hair. Like, what? You do not know how to shampoo.
I told you. First of all, I'm gonna come over and shampoo your hair.
Well, that's what you said.
And you know, I'm certified.
Right.
And I did a great job.
So before him and I started dating, I had already started a morning routine. I would call it the power hour, but I would get up like 5:30 in the morning, and I would pray. I would, read my Bible. I would read something inspirational and do a workout, and then I'll start my day. So that's basically how our dates went from there for a while. Like, he would really get up and get to my house 5:30 and do my morning routine. But with that being said, it led to so much more because we were getting to know each other, but at the same time, the spiritual aspect really came into place early in, which was great because, we really figured out that we both is very, well-grounded.
One thing was me getting to know her, and it was, interesting learning more about her and this power hour and the routine. So it was kind of like, well, I'm doing it to get to know her and be closer to her, which was cool. But at the same time, if I really apply myself, rather than go through the motions, see what type of results, come out of it. So at the same time, she was showing me some things, meditation and, just the
vision board, and a lot of the different things we were doing was, it was working, like, it was just good. Everything was clicking. So it was like we had the humor piece. We could make each other laugh all the time. The spirituality piece was coming into play. We was able to get, prayer time together. Just, having conversations about God, which is, I feel like is very important and, could be missing in our day and age, but that was good. We had our challenges in the beginning, some major challenges where we felt like we weren't going to make it to this particular time, and
yeah, it was definitely some struggles.
Yeah.
We weren't seeing eye to eye. Two people coming from two different total lives, having lives before, and coming together. Things were still new, and even though there was a lot of good energy and a lot of positive things, there was definitely some hurdles that had to be jumped over.
And the more we got to know each other, the more we realized that, we felt like God brought us together because there were so many people that we knew that we both knew and had no idea. So it was like so many ways that we should have met or could have met, but we feel like it was for a divine time, a divine time such as this one. The Jones Royal Wedding came about. This is how it really came about, guys. It's because we went royal status because this is how we treat each other every day. We treat each other like kings and queens. We believe that that's what we are. And, it's just something that should have been done. And it's not just us being kings and queens. It's you guys being kings and queens as well. You're wearing all white. You're dressing, you're semi-formal because we want you to also to feel like royalty, all together and get that same exact experience.
Definitely. And it's just the mindset of being that and owning that, knowing that that's you, and you got to be deserving of that title, and that's something that she definitely has gained from me. Is the respect of her being a queen and conducting herself accordingly. Putting that type of energy into work was very attractive to me. the way that she cared for Brasela and the way that she just handles business, and it's a reason why you have a network of people that love you, and the amount of resources and people respond to you the way that they do, because I mean, you're a queen.
And you're a king, and that's something that I realized early in, and I changed his name into my phone to my king, probably because it was just something that I recognized. It was his aura. It was so much about him, just getting to know him from the inside out, and that's how it really came about. We wanted to make sure that status was high. Some people was able to get hand delivered invitations, for the wedding. Make sure y'all using the hashtag #TheJonesRoyalWedding. I thank God for you every day, and where we are, everything that we've been through, everything that we have accomplished together. It's like, where you are, where I am together, it's like we're a power couple. Like, we're bringing together a force that is very unique. It's very different, and I just feel like it's so divine of why we here and everything that's been created, up until this point. I prayed for you a long time ago. I wrote in my journal, what kind of man I desire to have. You're an amazing guy, and I really love you. I look forward to spending the rest of my life with you. I feel like our entire relationship changed when we chose to put God first, within our life, and taking a decision to, court and really do it on a spiritual level, and do it the way that God want, designed for people before they get married to actually court. And I thank you for doing that, because a lot of guys would not have that much courage. They wouldn't be as interested, they wouldn't be as courageous about, doing it, and that just shows your level of love that you have for God as well. So I just want to thank you for that, and giving us this opportunity to really court and really get to know each other, and put God first and come together. So I love you, and I know that this is only beginning. It's forever. We got forever to go, and so much more that's gonna happen. And when we have our son, and blending our family and everything.
It's definitely special. That was special, and all I can say is that I feel like God couldn't have done any better for the things that I wanted. I wasn't thinking about marriage. I wasn't in that mindset of even really understanding that it was something that I could appreciate right now. You coming into my life, God bringing us together, was something that was unexpected but felt good at the same time, and it was more than anything that I've experienced with any of my other relationships. So it was definitely something divine for you to have been so close, like right around the corner type of contact, but for me to have never seen you, known of you, and for you to make that type of impact and really like change my world. I didn't know what a strong woman being in support, how that can really elevate, literally really being treated as a king, and how that can raise your awareness of who you really are. So I love the fact that we've overcame some challenges. I love the fact that we were able to tackle court, because it was rough. You had to be strong for both of us for a while. So I appreciate that for you. And in saying that, I'm glad that we about to get married in real life. So,
And the proposal, and also just want to thank him for proposing to me on the Falcons Field in Atlanta with this big surprise of like 17 of our family members and friends who came down to be a part of that experience. It was just crazy, and I thank you for putting that much thought into making that day memorable and something I'm gonna have for a lifetime.
You only do it once, and I was definitely gonna do something slick, so we was gonna remember that one, and I'm glad it worked out. Love you, babe.
I love you more.